Колеги, ми продовжуємо робочий день. Тема наступної прес-конференції.
Topic is the results of the fourth medical mission of Canadian doctors to Ukraine and future projects. Our speakers are Viktor Hetmanczuk, President of Canadian Ukrainian Foundation, Dr. Oleh Antonyshyn, Head of the Adult Craniofacial Program, and also Ihor Fedirko, Medical Service Director of the Craniofacial Surgery, and also Krystina Waler, Director of Humanitarian Initiatives, Ukrainian Canadian Foundation. Please, you are given the floor. Good afternoon. I'm Krystina Waler. I'm a director of Humanitarian Initiatives, Ukraine Canada Foundation. 22 doctors and medical staff, they came here to Ukraine this week in order to carry out operations in the military hospital in Kiev. This week, together with our colleagues from Ukraine, we spent this week successfully, and we consulted more than 100 soldiers, those who were injured and those who were injured in Maidan, and we carried out operations, and there will be 40 operations till the next of this day. This was funded by Canadian government, and this year Canadian government provided to the foundation $1.2 million in order to continue our operations here in Ukraine together with our colleagues from the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. And till the next of March, there will be about $700,000 for equipment for the hospitals here in Ukraine, and also telemedical equipment will be for this money, and also we will have some observerships also for this money. These programs will be for Ukrainian doctors in order to get experience in Canada. And our work started about 1.5 years ago, and Canadian government provided us with opportunity to carry out these responsibilities at the top level. We are very grateful to our colleagues and the Ministry of Defense, General Verba, Hetmanczuk, and others who helped us to carry out this operation and to reach our goals, and to Mr. Antonyshyn and hospitals in Canada. And we carried out 4 missions together, and we hope that there will be a 5th mission, maybe in autumn. And we will continue to discuss this issue with our colleagues. And I will give the floor to our very good friend, Ihor Fedirko. Thank you. Good afternoon, Ukraine. Today is the last day of the 4th Canadian-Ukrainian mission that helps Ukrainian soldiers that served in the ATO area, and also those who were injured during the Revolution of Dignity in Maidan. And today is the last day of operations. There will be 6 operations, and 40 patients underwent operations, and all these operations were completed successfully. There are no complications, and part of these patients are now out of hospital, and they continue treatment at home or in other hospitals. And I would like to tell you that they say that you can only know who are friends when you have troubles, and during the last 2 years, we have great support from Canadian government and from Canada, And this is help to our warriors who were injured in our and treated in our military hospital. And the fourth mission is completed, and this is a final mission, but there's a plan to carry out one more mission. And I would like to thank my colleagues from Canada, especially Professor Antonyshyn and his team of doctors, and also the medical staff who are in this mission. 22 people are included there, and the president of Ukraine-Canadian Foundation, Viktor Hetmanczuk, who starting from the very beginning, he carried out fundraising, and you know that Canadian community also provided some money, not only Ukrainians, and the fourth mission, the funds were provided by the Canadian government, because they saw that there's a great effect from these missions, that they really help. And on Wednesday, we thanked all Canadian team, and some awards were presented to a Canadian team by the President of Ukraine. And I invite also not only to carry out operations, but just to visit us, because we are friends, we are colleagues, and we also we always will be glad to see you, and glory to Ukraine. Thank you very much. Of course, we will visit. And also, I would like to add that from those funds provided by Canadian government, we cooperated with the Захист Patriotів organization. Ms. Suprun headed this organization, and also there's a special life support program and the German life training, and they, I think, they trained the 60 doctors from the Ministry of Defense. And now I give the floor to Mr. Antonyshyn. Good afternoon. It's easier for me to speak in English.
Be working with our Ukrainian colleagues again. It's also an honor and a privilege to be able to serve and help those servicemen that have been injured in this war. This was a project that we've focused on over the course of the past year, and I think we've been very successful in the past. This is the fourth mission. Each mission has been more effective than the past, simply because our interaction with our surgical and anesthesia colleagues here has been more fluid with each passing mission. We have seen 100 patients. Some of these are new consultations. Some of these are patients that we've treated in the past. We have completed surgery, or will by the end of today finish surgery in approximately 40 patients. These are complicated operations. All of the surgical procedures are performed in conjunction with our Ukrainian counterparts, and that collaboration is essential to the success of a mission such as this. One of our objectives was to bring all of those tools and devices that we might employ in Canada to make these procedures as successful as possible and to provide optimal outcomes. We have brought all those tools here, and our intent is to leave all of those tools behind for our Ukrainian surgeons so they can continue doing the excellent work that they do independently. Our dream is to do this again and continue this collaboration, so we are focused on being able to do that in the future. Дякую.
Also, at the end of the conference, I would like to ask Mr. Hetmanczuk to take the floor. Good afternoon. I'm also going to speak English.
I'd like to thank the President Poroshenko for taking time out in his busy schedule to honor 3 of our colleagues with awards from the Ukrainian government. He not only recognized the three individuals who devoted a lot of time and effort, but he also recognized the whole team. And with the recognition of the team, he is also recognizing all the thousands of volunteers in Canada that have been working hard over the last 2 years to help their compatriots here in Ukraine. It's important to recognize that the first immigrants from Ukraine came to Canada 125 years ago. Here we are coming back, and we hope to still keep coming back in 125 years to a peaceful and prosperous Ukraine. In my professional life, I was a chemical engineer, so I understand the concept of a catalyst. A catalyst helps the process move along. I'd like to personally thank Dr. Fedirko for being that catalyst to our process. Without him, I'm sure that a lot of the issues that we had to go through would not have happened, and there always has to be a champion, so I will always remember you as the champion for this from the Ukrainian side. And as a matter of fact, I believe we're going to see him in Canada in May, so the rest of the Ukrainian-Canadian community can meet the gentleman personally, and he can share his opinions of that. We have learned a lot as a team on how to conduct missions, and we're fully prepared to share our knowledge with any other group that wants to do a medical mission here in Ukraine. One door closes, another one opens. What keeps us coming back? I have been privileged in this past week to meet 5 young reformers who are committed to change in Ukraine. 3 of them work for different ministries, and 2 of them are presidents of the NGOs. I will be developing in the next couple of months detailed plans so that we can come back, not only just impact in the medical field, but we're looking at other opportunities. There's a lot of knowledge that we can still share between Canada and Ukraine. We have a lot to do, but let's get at it. Stay tuned. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава. Дякую, пане Вікторе. Дякую, колеги. Можливо, є...
Dear colleagues, do you have some questions or comments? Ms. Maria, UCMC. I would like to ask about the budget of the project.
Canadian dollars.
Це є загал протягом року.
This is the whole sum for a year. This is the money provided by Canadian government. If you don't have other questions or comments, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for what you do. And also, it's very nice to see you here in our Ukrainian Crisis Media Center. And we are waiting for the first mission. Thank you very much. We are always glad to see you. Thank you.